Hello everybody and welcome to Monday Night Raw. Before we get into any of this, we do want to say something. We do not own any of this. We do not own any of the logos, any of that. We don't own it. It is owned by WWE and 2K, not us. So we don't own any of this stuff. We don't own the music. We don't own this. The only thing we own is the game, or in the sense of we own a copy of the game. And that's about it. We don't own anything about this. We didn't make this game. We're not really the GMs of these shows. This is just a joke. It's a pretend. It's fake, like wrestling.
Just have fun with it.
Yeah, and also before we get started, obviously we want to talk about some news that happened yesterday. I did not watch Monday Night Raw. No. You did not watch Monday Night Raw. And this morning I found out about this. I was looking on YouTube, and I saw Roman Reigns relinquish his title. And I thought it was because he was injured, because I heard he wasn't going to be at Crown Jewel because he was injured. So I was like, oh, it's an injury. And then I watched it, and yeah. Now I feel kind of bad. I feel pretty bad because I've hated on Roman Reigns. And I don't hate Roman Reigns, the guy. I don't think anyone does.
That's the thing about wrestling.
It's the character.
You don't like the persona, but the person who's playing that persona could be a great person in it.
Yeah.
Somebody really.
It's not like it's a real person that's really an asshole. And it's not even like his character's not bad, obviously, in the sense that he's not a bad guy.
I think it's
but
more of just like there's other people you cheer for.
It's not Roman Reigns that we hated. It was Vince and co. What they were doing.
Matthew.
Oh shit. Well, sorry, Vince. Sorry, Vince. But it's what they did.
I wouldn't say, personally, I wouldn't say hated. It's just, it's not your favorite. There's other people.
And it has a lot to do with him facing our favorites, like Kevin Owens, Braun Strowman, Sami Zayn, Chris Jericho. Yeah. Feuding against those guys. So, naturally, I'm going to cheer for the guys I like. So, that's why I had a problem. I didn't have a problem with Roman Reigns, first of all, at the beginning. It was the always being pushed, but obviously this is horrible news. Mm-hmm. We hope that Roman Reigns gets better. We do. The last thing we would want is him to, get, this to become worse and him not be able to wrestle again. That would be sad.
Yeah.
That'd be like if John Cena had gotten this after 2 years. That would leave a big hole in WWE. It's not right. Now, we obviously we're sending out our thoughts and our prayers and all that stuff to him. We hope that he gets better. We hope that he returns to Raw, or not just Raw, WWE in itself. But we hope that people understand that, yeah, some fans were booing him. Yeah, some fans say they don't like him, but that's not the guy. That's not the real person that people are not liking. It's the persona. It's the character.
There's some people that do take it too far.
Yeah, but
not everybody's like those extreme.
For example, it's like The Miz is the biggest dirtbag. His character is one of the biggest dirtbags, but he's probably a nice person in real life. He's probably not that much of a dirtbag. So
it's just the persona.
Yeah, so it's like we don't hate Roman Reigns.
And some personas,
I've never hated Roman Reigns, the guy.
Some personas, they make you want to not like them. That's just the persona. It's like they don't want you to like them, or there's some guys they want you to love. So they make them out to be a certain way, but you never really know about the person behind those characters.
But maybe we'll do some wrestling news podcast or something where we talk about everything. So that's that. We just wanted to get that off our chest, and because we feel bad, because we obviously have Roman Reigns down in NXT. That's not because we don't think he's good and we don't think he could be good. It's because we wanted the guys we like.
The thing is, we like Braun Strowman. I feel like that's just all you need to say.
I don't like the Shield.
We like Braun Strowman.
I don't like the Shield, to be honest with you. I didn't want Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose.
Everybody has their likes and their, certain guys.
So you know what?
More than others.
Roman Reigns, if you hear this message, I have a contract. aka in this game to the fake Roman Reigns, the game Roman Reigns, I have a contract for you to come sign with Raw. And because I feel bad for the real Roman, I want to, bring the fake Roman up to Raw.
The game Roman.
The video game Roman. Now, here's an interesting question now. And this might be controversial. They said, 2K said the reason Tommaso Ciampa was not in 2K19 was because he was injured. If this thing with Roman Reigns lasts a long time, like let's say a year or two, is he not going to be in next year's game?
Well,
that's a question.
And it's also one of those things where, like, cancer versus, like, an injury. It's kind of like one's worse than the other, depending on what Tommaso Ciampa's injury was.
Actually, here's a better example. Daniel Bryan was injured. He got his concussion. He was injured. And he was out for a long time. And they didn't remove him from the game. I just think it's bullcrap they don't have Tommaso Ciampa in the game. That's just what I'm saying. But besides the point, let's get right into the action. And we have a semifinals matchup for the Raw Women's Championship tournament. As we know, Carmella is already set to be in the finals at Extreme Rules. So the winner of this match right here, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, will face off against Carmella at Extreme Rules for the Raw, the